Yo guys, what's up? Welcome back to YouTube channel. Today is day 52 of vlogging my journey to becoming a founded day trader. So as of now guys, I'm gonna be doing weekly updates. So I used to do like updates on every single trade that I took. But from now on I'm gonna be doing weekly updates just because I feel like it's way easier for me, especially when I start uni back up again. And also I think it just makes my content less boring. So I've decided to do weekly updates from now on. So I made a few changes to my strategy. Obviously, as you guys know, my strategy used to be that I had like a 1 hour window from market open. So now I've cut it down to 40 minutes. The reason for it is because what I've noticed is that in the last 20 minutes or so, I will take a trade, and then most of those trades that I took, they would all result in a loss. Like I'm talking like 90% of them will be losses. I think it's partially down to like volatility. So I think most of the volatility is within like the first half an hour to 40 minutes of New York market open, and then after that it just kind of dies down. There's a lot of fake outs, etc. So what I've decided is that I'm going to be changing my strategy to a 40-minute window now. And also the other change that I've made to my strategy is executing just on the 1 minute time frame. So I'm going to be using obviously the higher time frame narrative, like the 4 hour, the 1 hour. But other than that, I'm going to be using the 1 minute time frame. And you guys know, like from my previous videos, I used to use the 5 minute, like as like a breaker structure or like an inverse fair value gap. But what I've noticed is that when I use that and not wait for a retracement, like most of the time I'll end up having losers that I could have avoided if I just traded on the 1 minute time frame, waited for my retracement, and then gone for like an execution on like as in a trade. Um, but yeah, so bro, like I've legit just switched my strategy slightly, and it's made a huge difference. So I've backtested the strategy as well, like over the last 3 months, and like it's giving me pretty good results. Like I'm taking maybe 5 to 10 trades per month. So, and my win rate's like 70-80% win rate, like on the new strategy. So I'm gonna be sticking to that strategy now, and it's not really a new strategy. It's really just a refinement of my old one. So it's cutting out a lot of bullshit, that things that I don't actually need in my trading. So for example, like on the 1 minute, I'm still entering off like a breaker structure, an inverse fair value gap, and then I'm waiting for like just a fair value gap retracement. We're also using EQ, but I need a fair value gap retracement and then like a closure out of the fair value gap to enter a trade. So those are the like changes I've made to my trading. And so this week, it's done like a whole. It's literally just changed my whole trading, bro. Like I haven't taken a single trade this week except for one, and that one trade ended up being a winner. And yeah, so it's filtering out a lot of bullshit from my trading. And yeah, I think this is gonna be a breakthrough. But obviously, I'm not gonna jinx myself and like say, oh, like I've already fucking made it, whatever. But like, I just see this progression from like where I started to where I'm at right now, and I can see that I'm improving along. Obviously, because I haven't really like passed the funded or anything yet. I haven't even had a payout, but I just truly believe that this is gonna be a big like a big step in the right direction in terms of my like trading career. So yeah, I don't know. I don't want to just keep yapping, but this week I took like one trade, and like that one ended up being a winner. And also, I'm gonna be risking like 5% per trade from now on. Like, obviously, you guys might be thinking, "Holy shit! Like that's fucking heaps, right?" But bro, the thing is, like on my personal account, I'm gonna be risking that much. The reason for it is because I want to scale quickly. Um, and the other thing is because I'm taking like less trades now, I can actually afford to risk that amount per like month, if you know what I mean. So yeah, I'm gonna be taking way less trades now. So I'm gonna be risking 5% per trade on my personal account. And obviously, as I grow more and more confident, I think that's gonna propel me forward with positive momentum. So like yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna go on to like my trading journal, and I'll show you the trade that I took this week. So um, yeah, so you guys can see like Tuesday, which is Monday in New York, right? So in America, that's Monday. Because I live in New Zealand, like our times like a little bit different. So like 9:30 a.m. Eastern time is like 3:30 a.m. here. It does change depending on like my like daylight saving and all that shit. So we're gonna be going over the trade that I took on Friday, and the reason I didn't take a trade on all of these days is because of my like 40-minute window, or my like 1 minute execution didn't print. So I just didn't take a single trade. But then, as you can see on Friday, I risked 5% on this trade, and then I ended up winning. Oh, and also another thing I didn't mention is that I'm going for a 1-to-1 TP now. So what I've realized, and you guys have probably seen from my like previous videos, is that going for those partial TPs didn't really help me, because I'm literally getting the same amount, but I would be hitting less frequent wins because I would go for like a higher RR, but I'm taking partial TPs. So like 50% of my position, 25% my position, and then 25% again. But what I kind of realized is that I can be more confident with my trading if my win rate's higher. But even though I'm taking a low RR, I'm still making pretty much the same amount. And if my win rate's higher, that means I'm going to be winning more often. So I'm technically profitable, right? So I've changed my TP system to being a 1-to-1. And so I'll just go over this trade that I took. So like on the higher time frames, what was it? So NASDAQ ended up taking out this 1 hour liquidity here, 4 hour liquidity, and the London high, and then 4 hour liquidity here during like pre-market, which is from 2:30 a.m. to 3:30 a.m., right? And then as soon as market opened here, we got this inverse fair value gap to the downside and a 1 minute breaker structure. And then we had this fair value gap here. This is like the most important step, right? So this is what I wait for. So I wait for a fair value gap retracement and then a closure out. So we got a good closure out of it. And then I entered off that. Stop loss, like my initial stop loss was going to be like up here above the high. But because like we got such a huge break to the downside, I was like, okay, I'm going to just put it above that fair value gap here. So just above this high. And then I went for a 1-to-1, and then bro, it literally hit before like the session ended. So this is like my end point here. So as you can see, like that's 4:10 a.m., which is 10:10 a.m. New York and Eastern time. So yeah, that was the trade that I took on Friday. Like as you can see, it's very like a mechanical strategy. So I just need to literally just follow my rules and stick to my rules, and the P&L will just speak for itself, I guess. So yeah, and then obviously these days, like I just made a few comments. I just said I didn't trade today because my setup did not print before the 40-minute mark of the session. Therefore, I hopped off the charts and went to bed. So, and then Wednesday was the same shit. No trade either because my setup did not print before the 40-minute trading window. Because of this, I stayed disciplined and got off the charts. And then Thursday, same shit. My setup didn't print on the 1 minute time frame. I think that was the day when I got like the breaker structure or like an inverse fair value gap, but like I didn't get the proper retracement, so I just didn't enter a trade. And then Saturday, same shit. No trade today. Market didn't give me an entry before 40-minute mark, so I didn't enter a trade. Bro, like this 40-minute shit, like it literally just filters out so much crap in my trading. So yeah, I'm gonna be journaling shit slightly differently next year. So I've made a like a new journal as well. It's like the same shit, but like obviously like this stuff is all different now. So I've like put in a few extra things that I'm gonna keep track of, like in terms of like my quality of the sweep, quality of the fair value gap retracement, quality of the closure, all of that shit. Like I'm gonna track all of that and then refine my strategy even more. So I'm going to be trading, so I'm going to be journaling slightly differently. It's going to be more detailed. So that's going to be like next year when I start brand new again. So yeah, that was the weekly recap from this week. So I'm going to end the video there. I don't want to keep yapping and waste time. So yeah, if you guys stayed till the end of the video, please hit the subscribe button. I appreciate every single one of you for following me on this journey and showing me support. I see every single comment you guys leave on my videos, and I truly appreciate every single one of you. So yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next weekly update. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Laters.